Hey everyone, Nick Davies here. Are you focusing on what you can control? Today, that's what's striking me. Hopefully this lesson will serve you guys as it's serving me. Many times when we're setting goals, and setting goals is important, of course, because we're not setting goals, we haven't got a target to go towards. Right? And many times we're setting goals, we're measuring. Measuring's important as well, because we don't know how we're going to know if we got there if we don't measure it. But oftentimes we're measuring things and set things out there that we can't control. Let me give you a good example of how this has shown up for me before. We're lifting weights. Let's say I want to get to a 300-pound deadlift. My goal is 300-pound deadlift, and I want to set that goal, and I set it for 6 months' time. I'm going to be very specific about the date and the time and the workout. Right, so that's very clear to me. I'm going to set a goal of deadlifting 300 pounds. Right, and let's say that I'm at 250, so it's not crazy, it's not too far away, and I want to set the specifics on it. But it's somewhat out of my control, meaning I'm not exactly sure that's the result I'm going to get. Rather, if I change my outcome, if I change my goal to something that's completely in my control, I have the control over it. Right, that's why we say it like that, because it's going to be in your control. So if my outcome is, rather than being to deadlift 300 pounds, my outcome is to deadlift continuously or consistently between now and that point, and check on the way, then my result is likely to be that. If I change the outcome to something that's completely in my control, focus on the actions and my results for that day or that time, then it's different. So if I said by that 6 month period, I'm going to be a high level deadlift person. I'm going to be someone who deadlifts on a consistent basis, and I'm going to really feel that's part of my identity. And to do that, I'm going to show up every day, and I'm going to measure it weekly, and this is what I do. And this is going to be a big point where I can say to myself, yes, I'm there or not. And as part of that, you can have the 300-pound deadlift, but the difference is the distinction I want you to get here, guys, it's just that small part. Is it in your control or is it not in your control? Because if it's out of your control, you're only going to get what the environment gives you. If you're focusing on what you're doing and the results you can get from what you're doing and the outcomes you can get from what you're doing, the results are likely to follow. If you focus on the outcome that is not controlled by you, you're going to get the results oftentimes that the environment gives you. And you're going to have some influence over that, and sometimes they're going to be the results you expect. Sometimes they're not, and sometimes they're going to be neutral. But what happens if we're in that place, we get this kind of roller coaster of emotions, where we set ourselves a goal which is out of our control. Sometimes it's great, we just come in there with, like, fingers crossed and hope for the best. We don't want to do that. We want to make sure it's within our control. Set yourself up for success. Put it to a place where you say, well, okay, well, I want to get that 300 pounds, that sounds good. But what I'm actually going to measure is the amount of time that I show up. What I'm actually going to measure is how focused I am on this. What I'm actually going to measure is the things that I'm doing. Set yourself up for success. How could you do this in your business? How could you do this in your career? Business is a great example. What are those sales targets you've got? Is it the sales targets, is the money that you're after? Or is it the amount of calls that you can make, the things that you're in control of? Is it the amount of time you could spend with your team? Is it the amount of time that you could focus on a certain area in your career? Those are the things that are within your control, the things you can repeat and do over and iterate forward. You will see results, but be focused on the things that you can do, not on the things that are out of your control. I love to get your feedback, guys. I really appreciate anything. Apply it, see what happens, see where it shows up for you. Take care.